Let's look at promising new studies using diet changes to treat type 2 diabetes. In the early 1900s, researchers were trying to find ways to help people increase their insulin sensitivity and reduce insulin resistance. In 1979, researchers at University of Kentucky studied 20 men with type 2 diabetes who were taking an average of 26 units of insulin per day. They put them on a diet full of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. So it was a diet full of fiber and full of carbohydrate. It was a nearly vegetarian diet with very little animal fat. And what they found was that these men were able to lower their blood sugar so much that over half of them were able to stop taking insulin almost entirely. And for the men that didn't stop taking insulin, they were able to reduce their insulin dramatically during those 16 days. Another study in UCLA showed that 197 men enrolled in a 3-week diet and exercise program. 140 of them were able to discontinue their diabetic medications. In another pilot study, people were able to eat as much as they want, no limitation in carbohydrates or calories, but they zeroed in on the fat. They're able to cut out animal products and stuck to plant-based foods while keeping their vegetable oil as minimal as possible. They even asked people not to exercise so that it doesn't affect the result. In 12 weeks, people lost 16 pounds on average. Their fasting blood sugar dropped by 28%. And 2/3 of the participants were able to either reduce or get off diabetic medications. Again, to remind you, this is all without counting calories, cutting carbs, or increasing exercise. In another study, there were 99 people, and all of them have type 2 diabetes. 49 of them were put on the Whole Foods plant-based diet, while 50 participants were put on the American Diabetes Association guidelines diet. The Whole Foods plant-based diet made the participants' cells to be much more insulin sensitive, and they were able to take in nutrients much more quickly. More glucose were able to go from the bloodstream into the cells. These calories were more likely to be released as body heat than to be stored as body fat. People were experiencing their blood sugar lowering so much so that a lot of them have to cut back on diabetic medications. And in the reduction of A1C, the plant-based group was 3 times more effective than the American Diabetes Association guidelines. In the 22-week study, the average A1C reduction in the plant-based group was 1.2, while the American Diabetes Association guidelines reduction was 0.4. The plant-based group diet was also more effective in lowering cholesterol and lowering body weight. Why should you focus on changing diet to lower your A1C? In the landmark UK prospective diabetes study, it shows that a 1-point drop in A1C in people living with type 2 diabetes can lower the risks of eye and kidney complications by 37%. So for those of you who don't know what I do, I actually help people reverse their type 2 diabetes, improve their insulin sensitivity so that they can reduce their A1C and get off diabetic medications with a whole foods plant-based lifestyle. Now, you don't have to be 100% plant-based, but it is mostly plant-based lifestyle that can help you improve your insulin sensitivity. And more so, once you reverse your diabetes and stabilize blood sugar, you can also add back other foods that may not necessarily be plant-based if you wish to. If you're interested in working with me, you can apply for our one-on-one coaching program in the description below, or if you'd like to join our 100% self-paced online course with a private community, you can also join our Deactivate Diabetes Academy. The link is also in the description below, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.